Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor is due to Yahweh. Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hashem Kakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Northern Gospel, brother, looking up the standard of Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is just another lesson through the Spirit. Going into this whole astrology nonsense that our people are so hell-bent and wrapped up in. As you know, our people always engage in some of the highest forms of idolatry and witchcraft, which is a grave sin unto Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, all right, which is the true name of who you call God in Christ. Now, when you look at it, astrology, which goes into the study of the constellations of heaven, you got what they call Orion's belt. Okay, you got the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper. You got Mercury rising, Phoenix, Gemini, right? You know, all this other nonsense that our people always partake in. It seems to give their allegiance to these particular gods and deities and whatever you want to call them. But the Lord said, make not any gods or any idols or any graven images, rather in the heavens above and the earth beneath. You know, and I was looking on Facebook and they doing this shit again. And it's mainly niggas that you see in this thing, mainly women, because we know women are heavily into this astrology shit. Because when you go back into the astrology stuff, it goes back into the Queen of Heaven worship. And our women, they're highly intricate on the left-hand side, okay? Because, see, you got to understand about Jake women. They hate being under the vibration of men. So anything that promotes so-called divine femininity and manifestation, then you know they're gonna go with it, because you got people really believing in these zodiac signs, which the zodiac goes into the 12 parts of heaven. We have that understanding when we get in the kingdom, but for right now it's fueled by left-hand means, because you do have a zodiac, you do have 12 parts of heaven, you do have things that goes to the zodiac, but it's not according to what these people think. And in fact, zodiacs and horoscopes is nothing more but witchcraft. You know, and you try to tell these people that, then they look at you like you crazy. Nah, you a Gemini. I don't want to deal with you. You two-faced. Like, I've had women tell me shit like that. Well, you a Gemini. Y'all two-faced. Y'all up and down. Y'all this and that. And I'm like, your zodiac doesn't make you who you are. Now, it is true that that people study the heavens. You know, like I believe Herod that had his astrologers to study the heavens to understand when a Messiah was going to be born. So you do have some type of constellation that these fortune tellers can see, and they can predict certain things based on the constellation of stars to kind of get some understanding on what a characteristic or when a person may come or when a particular event may take place to some degree. But overall, it's not divinity of the Most High. Okay, so that shit is off as hell. You can be a Libra or a Scorpio or Capricorn or whatever you want to call it and still have certain characteristics, because that's just your spirit, you know? So now everybody's pissed off, because I remember they did this a while ago. I mean, everybody was mad about it. So it says new astrological dates. It says Capricorn is from January 20th to February the 16th. Okay, Aquarius the 16th to March the 11th, Pisces 3:11 to 4:8, Aries 4:8 to 5:13, Taurus 5:13 to 6:21, Gemini 6:21 to 7:20, Cancer 7:20 to 8:10, Leo 8:10 to 9:16, Virgo 9:16 to 10:30, Libra 10:30 from 11:23, Scorpio 11:23 to 29, and you got this new one which is called Apucus or Apochius, which is from 29 to 17, and then Sagittarius 17 to 120. So basically now people are bugged out because they feel like, oh, well, if they was a Leo, and all of a sudden they're not a Leo anymore. If they was a Gemini, they're not a Gemini. And this shit really got people upset. Okay, it says, ain't no fucking way I'm a Libra now. And then some people take it with a grain of salt. But then again, it's mainly women that really believe in this shit. Okay, and I mean, like I said, it's just like a bunch of Jakes, mainly Jakes, because Jake is always just this simple, and it's really nothing important. But you know, like I said, our people are all into idol worship. So this is Leo Rasta D Ramsey. Nice try, Diddy. And Caleb McNeil, how the fuck you gonna change the position of the stars? It says, first we've been our signs our whole lives. It says, and now they create this new sign to change or alter our signs. Hell nah, I ain't with it. I'm a Pisces, born one, and I'm finna die one. Okay, now out of all this shit that these niggas talk, they don't even once mention Yahweh Shem Shah, but they believe it's some fucking zodiac sign that don't mean nothing. You know, like, I mean, seriously, if you ever try to talk to these bugged out women, these buckethead women, they would sincerely curve you because of your zodiac sign. Oh, you're a Cancer, I don't want to talk to you because I had a bad experience. Okay, bitch, you had one bad fucking experience. Just because my B-Day is in July, now that's what makes me a demon now? And they really believe in this shit because, like I said, it's really witchcraft. It has a stronghold on their minds, man. And this is why you have the prophets set up to debunk these lies, man, and this wickedness. It says, y'all not finna trigger this Leo, not today and tomorrow. I knew my husband was a fake Libra till he had them Virgo ways. And some people were just capping and talking shit. But overall, you know, Jake is really all into this. Okay? So, yeah, man, it's really a joke, but it's just the point. Our people are really into astrology, and it's mainly women. Okay, so let's do this real quick. Definition of astrology or astronomy. Yep, it says the study of the movements and relative positions of celestial bodies, which goes into like planets, stars, or planets, sun, moon. Those are considered celestial bodies, right? Celestial bodies, because celestial means of heaven. It says interpret it as having an influence on human affairs in the natural world. Okay, so instead of them giving credit to the Most High, because the things in the spirit world, like the scriptures say, the things that's not seen dictates the thing which are seen. So they rather put their faith in constellations of something physical than the supernatural, which is Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, how many women are into astrology? Let's see. It says, according to the 2019 Pew Research Center survey, 37% of women in the United States believe in astrology and shit. Every woman I came across in life, majority of them believe in this shit to some form or fashion. You know, that goes into that divine and manifestation, all that other stuff. They play with the tarot cards and they do the palm reading. They're basically witches, okay, which is totally forbidden in the scriptures. But it says here, some sociologists say that the gender gap in astrology belief is due to a number of factors, including the patriarchy, toxic masculinity, which masculinity is not toxic, a backlash to the cultural embrace of feminism and misogyny. It says astrology is often advertised and marketing towards women through clothing, magazines, and stationery, because women are idle any damn way. It says, and when it says stationery, I'm not talking about actually idle as far as that, because you can sell stationery like books, pens, papers. You know, you sell stuff that people need. But it says some say that this feminization of astrology leads to others not to take it seriously, seeming as immature and too girly, and it's really witchcraft. Okay, women 30% are slightly more likely to say they believe in astrology than men. White Americans 25%, somewhat less likely to say the stars and black planets predict behaviors than blacks 31% and Hispanics 32%. Because like I said, man, if you line up 10 women in a room and you go to every last one of them, I guarantee you 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10 of those women will believe in some type of astrology, man. And they really dictate and base their relationships, and they move in relation and into what their sign is, man. So let's just say if you was a Gemini, and let's just say a Gemini and Libra is incompatible, and let's just say if she was a Libra, you was a Gemini, right? She will basically sway the relationship based on the compatibility of those two said signs. Versus, let's just say if she was like a Capricorn or some shit, and you was like a Virgo or some shit, and I'm just making shit up. But let's just say if you did that, and based on incompatibility of those signs, even if they are incompatible, I don't know, she would literally not deal with you just off that, which is simple-minded, man. I mean, it's simple, it's crazy, and I'm pretty sure every brother in this truth could relate to this, you know? Shit, I used to mess with this one woman, man, for some years, man. Our curse days was the same day, same year, the same month. Children of the same age. It was wild. It was like, it was just like, wow. It's like a female version of you all. It kind of made you look at it. We wasn't necessarily the same, but we had a lot of the same likes. Like our personalities were two totally different because she was a woman. But basically, it just like, damn, that was crazy. It was like almost looking in a fucking mirror. You know, decent relationship overall. I mean, but you know, when she blow up, she was just all over the fucking place. But I feel like that the Most High did something with that. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. You send me somebody that got my exact same curse day, same month, same year, same everything. It was to the point the nigga was even dressing like me, bro. I was like, oh wow. The Lord got a sense of humor, man. But you know, neither here nor there. So let's get a couple of precepts real quick. All right. Isaiah 26, and I'm going to start at 1. It says, ye should make no idols nor graven images, neither rear up your standing image, neither shall you set up any image of stone in your land, or bow down to it, for I am Yahweh your power. So the Lord told us not to make any idols or any graven images, man. All right. And contrary to popular opinion, a graven image is not a picture that's carved out. You dumb son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna mention that nigga's name, but regardless of it, you know, he's always trying to rebuke brothers for graven images when a fucking dummy don't even know what a graven image is. Stupid nigga. But anyway, it says you should make no idols, okay? And an idol was something that you worship. Like they had something called American Idol. Okay, American Idol, when they elevate these singers and these entertainers, and then they make them the next top star and so-called get a deal, right? And people idolize that. Like Jay-Z, he's an idol. Okay, Michael Jackson was an idol, a pop icon. You know, Michael Jordan, same thing. You know, fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. And it says, you should make no idols nor graven images, neither rear you up a standing image, neither shall you set up any stone in your land to bow down to it. For I am Yahweh your power, and ye should keep my Sabbaths and reverence my sanctuary, for I am Yahweh. So we're supposed to worship the God of heaven, all right? God of heaven and earth, the Most High Yahweh, okay? And it says here, if you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. And your threshing shall reach into the vintage, and the vintage shall reach into the sowing time, and you should eat your bread to the full and dwell in your land safely. And I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will rid evil beasts out of the land, neither should the sword go through your land, and ye should chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. Okay? And that's the point, man. This is why Jake is in hell now, because we didn't keep the commandments. This is why Jake is all into astronomy. Okay, Jake is into witchcraft. Jake is into Christianity, Islam. They're into these different religions which harbors no type of merit to the Most High. When you go down here, it says here, but if you were not hearkening to me and would not do all these commandments, and if you should despise my statutes, or if your soul abhor my judgments, so that you would not do all my commandments, but that ye should break my covenant, and I will also do this unto you. And I will even appoint over you terror, consumption, and the burning ark at you, and shall consume the eyes and cause a sorrow of heart, and you shall sow your seed in vain, for your enemy shall eat it. And this is going back into those curses, you know, because see, one thing about Jake, they never took heed into Yahweh Bashim and Hawashai, man. Okay, but instead, every time Jake had a chance to break the commandments, Jake, what they do, they went off. You know what I'm saying? They went off and they did things and worshiped other gods, and the Most High had to judge them for it. Okay, so the Lord gave us a stern warning not to bow down to these other gods, because that's not what we're supposed to do. Okay, Exodus 20, and I'm going to start at verses 3. It says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Hey, astrology, people really believe in that. They worship that. It says, and thou should not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness of it that is in heaven. Okay, and where's the astrologer? They're in heaven. They read the stars, right? And it says above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath. And thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I am Yahweh thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. All right. So that's why, hey, Jake is in this horrible situation. Horrid. Okay, because look, going back to these comments, even though, you know, some of them you can just blow off, but you got some people in this comment board that's actually mad about that. Because I remember they did this shit like in the early 2000s, and they pushed it on the news, and everybody was like, oh my God, I'm not this no more, I'm not that no more, I'm not this. Like, the changing of these particular signs is going to alter your personality. Like, no. You are what you are because the Lord put a spirit inside you. He put a personality in your spirit. Okay. And of course, certain factors and upbringings and mitigating factors bring forth about certain behaviors. But overall, your spirit is your spirit, because they snuck this 13th sign in there, you know. But anyway, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all folly. Like, who really gives a damn? All right? Because it really goes back into the Queen of Heaven worship any damn way. And this is why you niggas are getting ready to get rolled on, man. All right? Because you still believe in this folly after the prophets are out here speaking to you week in and week out. Okay, like this video, we're going through the edification and reading scriptures as to why not to deal with this, because it's really witchcraft. Okay? So this is the book of, what is it, Jeremiah? I think I'm looking for Jeremiah 7, chapter 7, verse 18. So, yep, this is the book of Jeremiah 7, and I'm going to start at verses of 16. It says, "Therefore pray not thou for this people, neither lift up a cry nor prayer for them, neither make intercession to me, for I will not hear thee." Now, I was with the brother the other night, and we, went to catch the game, whatever, at this little spot. And when I say that there was so many demons down there, so many niggas, the spirit kept telling me, like, man, we shouldn't even be in a place like this. You know what I'm saying? Because it was just like, you can feel the tension in the air. Niggas in there smoking weed, women in there. I mean, it was just like it was a pretty cool vibe. It was people everywhere, but you can tell Jake was on edge, man. They just waiting to crash out. And back in my mind, I'm like, all these niggas are demons, man. Okay? Witchcraft, witches, sorcerers. Jake believe in this stuff. These women really believe in this divine femininity bullshit. And then you got these simple maggot brain Negroes that follow that same sentiment. This is why the Lord said, don't pray for them, man. And the brother said it. He said, look, all these Jakes in here are going to be put to death in the streets of America. And I'm like, hey, I concur. I concur sincerely, But it says, but seest thou not what they do in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem? The children gather wood, and the fathers kindle the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven. Hey, that's that astrology spirit. Okay, going to that Ishtar, or Astarte, as they want to call Dionysus. These particular Queen of Heaven. These Ishtar. There's different gods out there. You got Tammuz, Semiramis, all these particular deities that's wrapped up into an entity. Jake worships these things, and they really take it to the spirit, okay, because they despise the Heavenly Father. And it says, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings into other gods, that they may provoke me into anger, right? So that's the point. It says, provoke me into anger. So the Lord said this, do they provoke me to anger, says Yahweh? Do they not provoke themselves to the confusion of their own faces? Because the Lord is saying, like, how the hell are you going to call yourselves Hebrew Israelites and know who you are, but yet you worshiping other gods? You can't tell Jake that, I believe in God. Well, what God do you believe in? Okay, is it a God of the Bible, or is it your own doing? Is it your own worshiping the idols of your own hands? And this is why we are in captivity now. You see? Psalms 96:5, it says, for all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. All right? So, hey, fucking Virgo rising and Gemini descending, them ain't no damn gods, man. Okay? And actually, all those astrology, those are Greek gods, man. Okay? The Virgo, the Capricorn, the Gemini, the Leo, which the Leo represents the lion, which represents courage, but that's all Greek mythology shit. That goes back into Greco-Roman entities, and really it goes back into ancient Babylon as well, because all these gods are nothing but gods that's regurgitated down to different captivities, and they reintroduce them today under different names, man. But it's the same stuff we did in the ancient world. All right, it says, honor and majesty are before him, strength and beauty are his sanctuary. Give unto Yahweh, O ye kindreds of the people, give unto the Lord glory and strength, and give unto the Lord the glory due unto his name, and bring an offering and come into his courts. Okay, so we're supposed to give glory to the Heavenly Father, not no fucking zodiac. And it says here, and oh, worship the Lord in the beauty of holiness, fear before him all the earth. So we're supposed to fear Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, we're not supposed to be taking this thing serious and, this astrology shit and putting our faith and blood and sweat and tears into something that's not even real. Okay, now there is some type of truth to all things. There's truth in all things to some degree. Like I mentioned earlier, you do have a zodiac, and you do have did have astrologers, and you did have the zodiacs, but it's a whole different meaning than what you people are putting out there. And like I said, we won't fully understand what it means until we get our glory. Okay, so there's truth in most things, but regardless, that's not the truth. All right, Isaiah 47, and I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses. Let's start at verses. Let's start at 12. It says, "Stand now with thy enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries." Okay, sorceries is another way of saying witchcraft. "When thou hast labored from thy youth," it says, "if so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers or the stargazers and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from all these things that should come upon thee." So the Lord is like, okay, if you want to prove this thing, if you got power, then call your astrologers, call your psychics, call your Chaldeans, or call your witches, your warlocks, the left-hand priesthood. Go to your governors and your senators and your mayors, and and act for them to get you out of this situation, because the scriptures say they should seek to the councils, meaning these particular summits. Like you got this guy Swab, and you got what's this guy name? What's his name? What's that dude name, man? That's over the WEF or the WHO. Ted Droz or some shit. These guys are Chaldeans. They're Chaldeans, man. Okay, they are astrologers. They're witches. This is why everybody is consulting to what's going to come of this election. Okay, but the Lord said, let that save you out of your situations, but that's not going to hold any power. Okay, because when you look up astrologers here, astrologers goes into the Hebrew word habar, and it goes to divide, to be an astrologer, objects with heavens. Okay, look up. Yep, it says a person who uses astrology to tell others about characters to predict the future. Basically, a watch. It's basically like a tarot reading, but you reading the heavens. And depending on what level you on, you may actually be able to see something within people. But overall, that's a demon. Okay, and it's not of Yahweh Shai, but it says, "Behold, they should be as stubble, and the fire shall burn them, and they should not deliver themselves from the power of the flame, and there shall not be a coal to warm it, nor fire to sit before it." Okay, so this is what it is. "And they should be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants. From the youth they shall wander, everyone to his quarter, none shall save thee." So your astrologers are pointless. There's no truth in it, and the Lord is not dealing with it. So with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the great millstone, and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Lord's will you are edified. To the next lesson. Shalom.